Yo, what up everybody, it's boy Goose, and welcome to the channel. In this video, we're going to talk about the Generation Custom Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Now, the monsters here consist of Dark Beast, Light Fiend monsters. Their effects revolve around having at least one Generation monster on the field. And if you haven't guessed it, these cards each resemble generations of society today, whether it's Gen Y or Gen Z. But with that being said, let's get on with the cards. Starting with Generation Boomer, Word Up. This Dark Beast level 6 22/7 stat monster has an effect that reads: once per turn, as a quick effect, you can tribute one monster from either field, tribute summon this card from the hand. Once per turn, you can shuffle one Generation monster from your graveyard into the deck and draw one card. Next up is our Dark Beast level 5 2025 monster Generation X Cool Cap. Once per turn, when this card is normal or special summoned, you can add one generational spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. While you control another generation monster or generation monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense. We have our Light Fiend level 4 1620 monster, Generation Y Millennial Hustler. Once per turn, you can target one generation monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Also once per turn, if you control a generation monster, you can special summon this card from your hand or graveyard. We have our Light Fiend 1016 level 3 monster, Generation Z Rizz Master. Once per turn, you can target one card on the field, negate its effects until the end of the turn. When another generation monster is summoned, this card gains 500 attack until the end of the turn. Closing out our monsters is our Dark Beast level 2 610 monster, Generation Alpha Glow Up Prodigy. Once per turn, if this card is summoned from the hand, you can draw one card. While you control two or more generation monsters, your opponent cannot target generation monsters with card effects. Next up is our field spell, Generational Network. All generation monsters gain 300 attack and defense. Once per turn, you can special summon one generation monster from your hand if you control no generation monsters. When this card is destroyed, you can add one generation card from your deck to your hand. The next quick play spell is Generational Shift. If you control a generation monster, special summon one generation monster from your hand or graveyard with a different name. Otherwise, special summon one generation monster from your deck. You can only activate Generational Shift once per turn. Next is the Trap card. Back in my day, this card is always treated as a generational spell or trap card. You can activate this card from your hand if you control a generation monster. Draw one card for each generation monster you control. Closing out the deck is our trap card, Gen Alpha Flex. This card is always treated as a generational spell or trap card. When your opponent activates a card effect while you control a generation monster, you can banish this card from your hand or graveyard as a cost, negate the effect. And that about does it for this video. Comment down below your favorite card of the deck. If you want me to make more cards from the series, let me know down below and I'll consider making them for a future video. Feel free to like and subscribe to know when I post my next video. With that being said, I'm sending positive vibes and kindness to everyone and keep things PG. Positively Goose. Bye guys.